Guys, we have super awesome, huge news today. Certain Affinity has just confirmed that they are working on something big and new, something unannounced from conception to design. Now, this is kind of groundbreaking considering the state of Halo Infinite right now, but Jez Corden actually said something a while ago that turned out to be true about this mode that we've been calling Tatanka. And he said, just for reference, the Halo Infinite Tatanka PvPvE mode Battle Royale type experience started dev around spring 2020, so 2.5 years ago, just about roughly when it launches prob later this year. Expecting it to be a major feature, why 343 focuses on core multiplayer and story DLC. Now we know at HCS in Orlando there's not going to be any new game or experience or Battle Royale or Halo 3 anniversary thing to be announced. However, Tatanka I think could totally come out sometime next summer, if not maybe a little bit sooner. Certain Affinity has admitted this themselves. Their CEO has said that we are in fact working on something with over 100 people right now on a couple different projects for Halo Infinite specifically. Now, if you remember back in April, they made this massive statement when I think this was shortly after the Season 2 roadmap came out and it was just bad and just very disappointing. And they said, we've been part of the Halo franchise for more than 15 years, and we're honored to say we are deepening our relationship with 343 and have been entrusted with further evolving Halo Infinite in some new and exciting ways. And we've seen these leaks showing Tatanka triples, quads, third person test, triples, free-for-all. We also have been hearing about there being 100 to 60 bots, so there's probably going to be about 40 to 60 players in the end release, right? But we can apparently, according to Halo Leaks, expect this in Season 3, which I don't think would happen, but that's up to 60 teams. There's all kinds of talks in the strings here about battleships and territories and buttons and functions and features, and this is sort of like the thing that Halo Infinite is supposed to be centered around, like the thing that's hopefully going to be able to compete with Apex Legends and all these other modes. But the coolest thing is that I'm going to read the quote here in a moment, guys, but Microsoft has not given up on Halo Infinite, and we can see that with the leadership changes. We can see that with them shuffling around the entire studio and working on something big and putting, by the way, millions of dollars still into Halo Infinite's future. Basically, what I've heard around the block is that if 343 didn't do super well, Certain Affinity would absorb 343, take what's working in the studio, and honestly, I think Certain Affinity at this point could probably punch out a much better Halo game at the moment, considering 343's track record, honestly. But right now, they've been working on something behind the scenes, so honestly, this is a little bit of hopium here. They say, the biggest thing we're doing that's public right now for more than 2 years now, we've been working on Halo Infinite doing something they're very prescriptive about what we can say. So we're doing something unannounced, and we're doing lead development on that announced thing from conception to design. It's something big and new for the franchise, but I can't say any more about it. That's our single largest project of our 3 projects currently. We have close to 100 developers working on that. Guys, this is really helpful because there's only about 2 people working on Halo Infinite at 343, it seems. So that's not confirmed, but it certainly feels like it, right? So the fact is that there is a big mode, the mode that might be blowing us away here, that Certain Affinity has been developing all this time. This is really great news. And look, I'm skeptical, right? I'm not going to be jumping up and down anymore for Halo Infinite in the future of this game unless we see something legit and big. So I totally understand if you're like, a little bit distant from it. I mean, they need to fix desync. They need to fix tons of issues, the game, like theater and custom games and so on and so on, the UI limitations. How is this going to work with the UI limitations, right? There is a massive amount of technical debt in the Slipspace engine that needs to be addressed, and I have no idea how they're going to unwind that spaghetti code, but regardless, 343, Microsoft, they have invested a lot of time into Halo Infinite and still are, at least Certain Affinity is here with Certain Affinity, and that's millions of dollars here that they're still push into this game, right? Regardless, I am looking forward to this and to hear more information about Tatanka because it's not just a bunch of fake leaks and probably even hopium. This is something massive, right? There is something massive going on here, and 100 people, that is a lot of individuals working on something that we have not seen or heard about at all officially. You guys let me know what you think. Like this video up if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you soon. Peace.